Let's review our vowels. A, apple. E, ed. I, itch. O, octopus. U, up. We are going to review how to write our letters V, W, X, Y, Z, and Q. Let's start with letter V. V is a plain line slide letter. It starts at the plain line, slides down to the grass line, and slides up to the plain line. Let's do that one more time. Starts at the plain line, slides down to the grass line, slides up to the plain line. V, van, v. Let's do letter W. W is a plain line slide letter. It starts on the plain line, slides down to the grass line, slides up to the plain line, slides down to the grass line, and slides back up to the plain line. Let's do that one more time. W starts at the plain line, slides down to the grass line, slides up to the plain line, slides down to the grass line, and slides up to the plain line. W, wind, w. Next we are going to do letter Y. Letter Y is a plain line slide letter, and it starts on the plain line. So starting at the plain line, slide down to the grass line. We're going to pick up our marker, leave a space on that plain line, go down all the way to the worm line. Let's do that again. Starting at the plain line, slide down to the grass line, pick up your marker, leave yourself space, start at the plain line, slide all the way down to the worm line. Y, yellow, y. Let's do the letter X. X is a plain line slide letter. It starts on the plain line. So we're starting on our plain line and we're going to slide down to the grass line, go back up to our plain line after we pick up our marker, leave some space, and slide down the other way to the grass line. Let's do that again, starting at the plain line, slide down to the grass line. We're picking up our marker, leaving ourselves some space, starting at the plain line, slide back the other way to the grass line. X, fox, x. Let's do letter Z. Z is a plain line slide letter, but it doesn't slide right away. So Z starts on the plain line and goes on the plain line for a little bit, slides down to the grass line, and then goes on the grass line. Let's do that again. Z starts on the plain line, goes on the plain line, then slides down to the grass line, and then goes on the grass line. Z, zebra, z. Our last one is letter Q. Q is a plain line round letter. It starts on the plain line. Remember that Q is the buddy letter, so in the end it wants to point up to its buddy U. So it wants to point back up to its buddy U. So we're starting at the plain line, tracing back and going around to the grass line and up to the plain line, and then go all the way down to the worm line and point at the buddy letter. Let's do that again, starting at the plain line, tracing back, going around to the grass line, going back up to the plain line, going all the way down to the worm line, and pointing back up to its buddy U. Q, U, queen, qua. So this is our activity today, week 8, day 1, reading an ELA. It says person, place, or thing. Directions. Read each sentence below. Identify the nouns in the sentence. Write the nouns on the correct lines. So we're looking at our sentences and we're figuring out which ones are the nouns. So here's our first one. Dad rode a bike to the park. So to help me out a little bit, I'm going to underline the person, place, or thing in my sentence, which is Dad. He is the person. Dad's the person, so I'm going to write him under the person. Okay. Rode a bike to the park. What did Dad ride? A bike. So would that be a place or a thing? a thing. So we're gonna put bike. Okay, right there under thing. And then, so we got bike underline here, to the park. And this is our place. So we're going to write park, or our place is. So we've got our person, place, or thing in our sentence. Go ahead and do the rest of those. Good job today. I am so excited to announce that we are going to start a new assignment on Mondays that will be due every Thursday, and it's going to do with writing Pete the cat. I had a parent of one of my students inspire me to do this, so I want to thank them, and I am just super excited to start on this journey. If you are not familiar with Pete the cat, this is what he looks like. He is a cat that goes on many adventures. And he usually has a song to sing about his adventures that make it really catchy and easy to understand what's going on in the song. So his books are really fun for comprehension for your child. You can find him by going to YouTube and typing in Pete the cat, and all kinds of stories will come up. This just happens to be a book that I have about Pete the cat. I love Pete the cat and all of his stories and all of his adventures he goes on. Now for our assignment, I have this really nice blue envelope, and I'm going to be putting in all of your letters that you write to Pete the cat into here, and then I'm going to write his address in the middle with mine over here on the left-hand corner, and I'm going to send them in every Thursday whenever I get everybody's. Now for the writing part of it, you can write to Pete about anything. You can write to him about a book that you're reading with him in it. You can write to him about activities that you enjoy doing at home, such as playing in the backyard, cooking with your parents, really anything that you can think of that you would like to write to Pete the cat. So I'm going to do a writing sample, just an example of something that you can write to Pete the cat. Remember, it is never going to be too short and it's never going to be too long. So write as much as you want to. So here's how you're always going to start your letters. Dear Pete with a comma. And you can also write Dear Pete the cat if you would like to. This is just the way that I'm going to start it. So I'm putting Dear Pete, comma. Okay, so here's my first sentence. I enjoyed your book, Pete the Cat and the New Guy. So all I'm doing with this first sentence is basically telling Pete, hey, I really enjoy reading this book. Next, I'm going to add a sentence about what I liked in the book, Pete the Cat and the New Guy. So here's my second sentence. My favorite part is where you met Gus the platypus. So I talked about a fact that happened in the book, and that's what you can go over with your child. And then at the end, I'm adding a question. Do you enjoy meeting new people? Now I asked a question in the letter because I'm going to see if Pete the cat will answer my question. And then you're going to end your whole letter with your friend, and then you put your name. So I put your friend, Mrs. Benish. You can also put thank you, talk to you soon, sincerely, anything that you would like, but I just went ahead and put your friend, Mrs. Benish, and that's how you can structure your letter. Here's another example of a letter you can write to Pete the cat. So it says, Dear Pete at the top with your comma. I like to cook with my family, and that's a statement, so that ends with a period. What do you like to do in your free time? Question mark. So you want to make sure you're adding that correct punctuation. We have a period when it's a statement and a question mark when it's a question. And then it says, your friend, Mrs. Benish. So this is another example that you can write for Pete the cat. Keep in mind, students, that you have 4 days to complete this, so you can do one sentence at a time each day, starting on Monday. And then don't forget, parents, on Thursday, please either email your child's response or send it to me via the Remind app, and I can get this sent in to Pete the cat. Good job today on reading and ELA.